Arabia, right?
Yeah, yeah. I stay with my family here,
Okay.
and they are my motivation for the next future in my life.
So how
And
do they
I
motivate
experience,
you?
yeah,
Is it that they're your motivation? You said that your family is your motivation in your life. So how do they motivate you?
yeah, because there are my family here, like my daughter and my wife. I have to be doing something hardly for to be happy,
Mm-hmm.
to be happy that they're happy. I mean, and I want they are happy because my struggle like this, and also I have to protect them, and I have to be responsible man for them. Yeah, finish. Just it is I can tell.
Okay. Done, Miss Anissa. Anything else? Who else, everybody? Oh, wait a moment. Pinky. Okay. Turn on your microphone, please. Okay,
Okay,
sorry.
thank you, Mr. Echo. That's really outstanding explanation. Well,
Yeah,
gonna listen the opinion of Haruki. Hello, Haruki, are you there? Can you hear me? Um,
Haruki. Wait a
Haruki.
moment. Oh, this one. Turn on your microphone, Haruki, please.
Hello.
All right.
Yes, hello. Haruki. How are you?
Yeah, I'm
How
here.
is it going?
It's it's going fine.
Yeah, I'm so glad to listen your voice in this meeting. Okay, so would you like to tell us about your opinion about motivation?
Motivation.
Mhm.
Well, motivation is something that gives us purpose, gives us a positive energy to reach everything we want in life. Yeah, something like that, I guess.
Mhm. Oh, so it's like a positive energy to
Positive
help
energy.
us to reach our goal in our life.
Yeah.
Okay, so in your experience, what things motivate you most in your life?
Sorry, I couldn't hear you clearly.
Sorry?
I couldn't hear you
Here?
clearly.
Hello, can you hear?
Yes, I can hear you
Sorry.
now.
Okay. So in your experience, what things motivate you most in your life?
What? Sorry?
Okay, can I help?
What things motivate you
Things.
most in your life?
What motivates me the most in my life is my goals,
Yeah.
my family, my loved ones.
Mm-hmm.
Someone who's in my hope to be with me in my future.
Wow. Like your future life? Am I right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's really nice. It's really sweet, I think. I can call it it's a sweet motivation.
Sweet motivation.
Mhm. Sweet and special motivation, right?
The strongest motivation for everybody is just, I mean, there are two strongest motivation for us, for
Yeah, what is
everybody.
that?
That is love and, you know, fear. If we love something, we will do our best for that. And if we fear to something, we're gonna make sure we're safe. It's just like we're gonna try to avoid it, and that's motivates us to stay safe or to do something big in my life, in our life. Sorry.
Okay, so we have two kinds of motivation, like love and fear.
Love
And
and
both
fear.
of them give us power. Am I right? It's like
Yeah.
power motivation in our life.
Mhm.
Okay, thank you. That's outstanding. Well, I'm gonna choose Daniel. Daniel, can you hear me?
Wait a moment. Okay. Daniel. Daniel, are you there, Daniel? Could you please turn on your microphone? Daniel.
Hello, Daniel.
Excuse
Daniel.
me.
Or Ferdinand.
Siapa, Mr. Budi?
Who else? Who else? Miss Anissa? Anything else?
HN?
I'm not sure about it. What is it? HN ya? HN siapa ya? HN yang pakai nama HN.
Kemudian E17, E17,
H17.
E17.
Oh, E17.
Oh, you're
E17,
multi-inspired.
E17. Turn on your microphone, please. I have
E17.
unmuted.
Kayaknya nggak siap juga deh.
Anything else?
So what about Mr. Bekti?
Okay, Mr. Bekti. All right, Mr. Bekti. Turn on your microphone, please.
Okay.
Okay, Mr. Bekti. Good
Hello.
evening.
Good evening.
Hello, Mr. Bekti. I still remember your explanation about application. Is it it was application that you taught us before in the last meeting?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What
I
about
really
now?
like your explanation about it. But now we are going to talk about motivation.
Yeah. The
Okay,
question,
so would
please.
you like to explain to us how does motivation affect your life?
Fine. But excuse me, but Mr. Budi, the host, yeah, could you please mute the participants' microphones. I would be greatly appreciated if you could do this. As
Muted already.
it would really help me to present my ideas clearly without any background noise, because just now I heard many noises. Yeah, because it's not your fault, but
Unmute already, sir.
we forget. Yeah, we forget to mute.
It's mute.
It's already. Yeah. Okay.
So
Thank you.
time's yours.
Mhm. Okay, and about motivation, yeah. Motivation is something that drive us from inside our heart or our mind, yeah. And it can make us do the thing to achieve our goals. So for example, if I want to be fluent in English, yeah. And then to be fluent in English, I must practice and learn. It is not easy for us to practice and to learn without any motivation, without any support, without any drive from the inner part of our body, that is the heart, or from the mind. That's the short ideas from me about motivations. Miss Anissa? Yeah, done. I've already shared
Okay.
my.
Yeah. So it's really important to achieve our goal, right? So motivation is not only important its own right, it's also an important predictor of learning and achievement. So from this matter, Mr. Bhakti, let us know your opinion about what kind of motivation do learners need to learn a language? Mr. Bhakti, can you hear
Yeah,
me?
yeah.
Can you get my point?
You are asking about the motivation for the learners about learning language.
Yes,
Is
what kind of motivation do learners need to learn a language?
their voices now? So, what motivation is that? What you asked? What kind of motivation to learn language, especially foreign language like English? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Special.
Let me share my idea. The types of motivation that can drive someone to learn a language. The examples can be, the first is about motivation, which is driven by the desire to achieve on specific goals or outcome, like being able to communicate with people from other countries, or for getting a job that requires a certain language. So that is one kind of the motivation. And then the other type of motivation is motivation which is driven by the desire to understand and identify with the culture and people of the language being learned. Yeah. So the desire to understand and identify with the culture and people, yeah, of the language being learned. So if we learn English or other language, yeah, the motivation which support us from the from the inner part of our body is about the culture of the language where it is spoken. So, in short, yeah, if we want to know the culture of China's people, so we have to learn the Chinese language, right? Yeah. So that is one kind of the motivation, learning the different culture of ours. Yeah. And then, yeah, I think those are the examples of different types of motivation that I can share. But I think there are still many other types of motivations everybody here can share with us. Yeah, maybe later the rest of the participants here can also contribute their ideas about the type of motivation when learning English. Learning language, yeah, especially English in this
Okay.
context.
Okay, Mr. Bekti, so to achieve our goal, there are some motivation, especially for students for learning English, right? Like being able to communicate with other people from different countries, knowing their tradition and culture, and also for getting a good job, right?
Yeah, that's
Yeah, okay, that's
that's
really impressive.
just to pick up some from many motivations, of course.
Mhm. So as a teacher, because I know that you're a teacher, am I right, Mr. Bekti?
Yeah.
How does motivation affect in your life? Because before you told us about English learners motivation, so I want to know from you.
Okay. Uh, just to inform you that I'm not an English teacher. I'm not a teacher, and also I'm not an English teacher. Yeah, but no problem. I just act as if I am a teacher. Yeah.
It's okay.
Hmm. A teacher, when teaching, who has a high motivation, it will give, it will affect, the motivation will affect the teacher itself, because the job or the work do, the teachers do, will more likely to be effective in the classroom. So, for example, they are more likely to design and deliver engaging lessons, or what else? Or to be responsive to the needs of the students. Yeah. So this is a kind of motivation in teaching performance. Yeah. And then beside that, yeah, motivation may affect our life, especially for teachers' life. Yeah. It's about the job satisfaction. Yeah. For example, teachers who are motivated and engaged in their work will feel satisfied and fulfilled in their jobs. They may be more likely to stay in the profession, which can lead to more stable and effective um, motivation, which affects the teacher's life, is about the professional development. Teachers who are motivated, teachers who are motivated likely to find out or to take the advantage of professional development. Yeah, you know that nowadays teachers and other jobs, yeah, put professional development as their motivation in increasing their career. Yeah. So professional development is also one of the effect of the teacher's motivation. Yeah. And
Okay.
teachers' professional development can lead to improve the teaching skills.
Mhm.
I think like that maybe.
Yeah. Okay. So motivation brings the positive effect in learning process to achieve the aim of education. Yeah,
Exactly.
that's the point I think. Okay, so thank you so much. It's really stupendous explanation. And I'm gonna
You're welcome.
listen Miss Eka's opinion. Miss Eka?
Miss Eka, turn on your microphone, please. Unmuted already.
Hello,
This
Miss
is the
Miss Fai,
teacher,
Miss
Miss Eka.
Anissa.
Hello,
Okay, can you
hello
hear
Mbak
my
Eka.
voice?
Yes.
Halo,
Yes.
Mbak
Clear.
semuanya. Okay, Alhamdulillah. Good evening, everyone. And
Okay.
is there any specific question from you, Miss Fai, about motivation in general, or in what kind of
Yeah,
motivation?
maybe you can explain about motivation in general, and after that you can explain to us about motivation to learn English because
To
you're a
learn
teacher.
English.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. Well, perhaps first of all, I would like to say about motivation. It's in my own experience, of course, because motivation meaning in general, okay, we know all of it, okay. We all know about motivation meaning in general, but perhaps I would like to tell you about my own story about how to learn in English, right? Well, I'm so sorry. My own experience about learning English. Child, when I was kid, I know that English is an international language, and this is a kind of it means strange language for me when I was kid. So I was just curious, what kind of language is it? Because as long as I'm concerned, language that I know only Bahasa and Sundanese, and I use those language in my daily life. So they are familiar for me because I use it, okay? I speak Indonesian and I speak Sundanese. But when I learned English in my formal school, the first time I learned English is in my junior high school. My teacher, okay, my teacher know about English. Here, so about English. Children, this is English. I'm just, what is it? And my teacher just talks okay, she was talk active, and then wow, she talked so fast and then so fluent, and oh, what kind of language is it? I didn't understand what she is talking about, but in that event, so I'm just curious about the meaning of what she was talking about, and then yeah. So I was pushed to learn it carefully, and then word by word. And in my place, in my family, exactly, there was no anyone who could speak English then. So it it pushed me up to learn it, because when someone spoke English, then it seems like, wow, that's cool. What kind of language is that? Okay, because yeah, there was so rarely someone who spoke English then. So yeah, I would like to learn it because it's not in order to English is not something strange anymore in my place. I don't know how to explain. You know, time by time, English language is more familiar in our country. Yeah, and now recently there are so many young men and young girls, young men, young women, learn it. And yeah, I think as Mr. Budi said, that hopefully English can be our daily language. But not national language, of course. National language is bahasa, but it becomes daily language, not the second tongue, but it's a part of our mother tongue, perhaps. Yeah, I don't know. I don't explain. I'm so sorry. About motivation. Okay, back to motivation. I think motivation is something that is in our mind and our heart to get the achievement or the purpose in this life. And you know, everyone has their own motivation. It will be different, one motivation with another, because yeah, it based on our personality, it based on our purpose in this life, and it's based on our experience in this life, and it based on what we've got in this life. And you know, sometimes motivation has its levels. Everyone has their level in motivation, because motivation can be always available without what we call it forcing or not. But sometimes for kids, for children, motivation can be changed by the situation, right? And yeah, sometimes it change. But for an adult, motivation should be exist, should be what we call it, should be stronger than the children motivation. I don't know what to say. You know, I think it's based on our intention in this life to get something. And yeah, I don't know what to say. I'm so sorry, I'm speechless.
Just go on.
I'm confused. Is there anyone who wants to add the interpretation about motivation? I think I don't know. I'm confused. Motivation. It's too
Okay.
general. It's too what we call it. Too many branch here about motivation, right?
All right.
Is that enough, Miss Fire? I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I got your point. Motivation is in our mind and in our heart. Everyone has their own motivation based on our experience and goal.
Uh-huh.
And so I noticed from your opinion before, because of the background of your family, they can speak English. So it motivates you to learn English, right?
Yes, that's right.
Okay, so in your experience, what things motivate you most in your life? Maybe in your job, for teaching your students in a
Okay, the
school.
motivation in learning English, you mean? Or
Sorry?
the motivation in what, or what kind of motivation? In what purpose?
To
In
do your
learning English?
job.
The motivation in my job. Okay. Actually, you know, everyone has feelings and has has his own mind, right? And sometimes we need to apply it in daily life. And in my job, okay, you know, I need to interact because yeah, I'm a sociable creature. So I need to interact with someone else. And by being a teacher, I can interact with some students, okay, with many students, many teachers as my friends. And the motivation in my job. Okay. About learning English, you mean? Do you mean about learning English? Well, actually, I don't. Yeah, pardon me.
For teaching your
Miss Ita,
students.
Yeah.
Miss Anissa.
Yes, Zoom will be off in a minute.
All right.
Okay, so we need to join again with the same link.
Okay then.
All right, everybody, just join back soon, in the same link.